Thank you. At this time, please, will everyone stand and join our class president, Mr. Billy Broder, in the Pledge of Allegiance. Billy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening to all, faculty, family, friends, as well as the future graduates of Joseph Case High School's class of 2017. My name is Brian McCann. I'm the proud principal of Joseph Case High School and even prouder graduate of the class of 1980. This time I'd like to welcome a few dignitaries from our educational community, in addition to some of the presenters you will meet during the next few hours. First of all, our superintendent of schools, Mr. John Robidoux. From the Case High Scholarship Trust Incorporated, Mr. Robert Horn. Assistant Principal, Chris Costa. Joining me in back from the Case High Scholarship Trust Incorporated, Mrs. Maureen Bushell. Our administrative assistant, Mrs. Patricia Cronin. Our senior class advisor, Mrs. Christine Luca. Might not be the last time we hear that name. I'm just predicting these things here. Also, we're very honored to have three members of the Swansea School Committee, Dr. A. Keith Carrero, our Vice Chairman, Mr. Scott Rowland, our Chair, Mr. Joseph Salpetro, and Swansea Selectman, Mr. Christopher Carrero. Looking back at the past week, I think the class of 2017 taught me more than I taught them. It really started off with our graduation rehearsal about a week ago. It was our last day. We had half a day. I thought, what are we going to do with seniors who have all the tests done, everything? What are we going to do for, we'll do a graduation rehearsal. And it went really well. It went so well, Chris Costa and I went, that went too well. So, like, when is the shoe going to drop? Hopefully not at the prom that night. So we're back here. I think I went home for about 20 minutes, changed. I was looking great. No, seriously, I was looking great. We came back for the check-in, and I arrived at the check-in, and I have all these volunteer teachers here. I had no idea who was coming. All these volunteer teachers ready to check in your children to the prom. And I'm reminded when I first became principal, 10 years, this is my 13th year, 10 years ago, we decided to put kids on prom buses. It was such an awful first year, but all they was hate. It was a lot of Brian McCann hate for putting it. Not now. We get them on that prom bus, and we breathalyze them, we search them. There are no rights for the prom there, but we get them there safely. And we had an awesome time. And as a parent, I wish my kids went on the prom bus, but they didn't. They went on some really expensive limo, and prom bus is really cheap, so that's great too. But the shoe hadn't dropped yet. So we get to the prom. The prom's awesome. This magical venue Mrs. Luca found. Okay, it burned down 1 week before the prom 2 years ago, but that didn't stop us. Because when we went back, it was so good. The first year we were back, we were there for a second year. And it was a great evening of dancing and dining, and we had a lot of laughs. And it really culminated with Seth and Samantha as our king and queen of the prom. And it was a beautiful, inclusive, awesome experience here. And then we came home to the first thunder and lightning storm of the spring. It never rained, so I was soaking, sopping wet from head to toe as the last parent pulled up about, I don't know, 12:30. We've been here an hour. But it was great. And they really taught me that there's a time for everything. There's a time to work hard. There's a time to sit back and listen, and there's a time to have fun. Class of 2017 taught me about innovation. This best captured in the early day of April with our tweets, our showcase of original filmmaking right here in this auditorium. This place is packed. Whether we're watching a film about a coffee war, a quest to complete a course so I can retire, more mental math, or my favorite, Abby Buckborough's brilliant homage to procrastination. Brilliant. The films all pushed us to our creative limits. We were innovators. But just this past week, a lesson is taught to me from the class of 2017 that will ever shift my thinking. Now, I speak this message in large groups, small groups, faculty meetings, student gatherings, and I always talk about risk-taking. High school is about risk-taking. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. So, but this group of 7 boys. Now, you know what I do at Six Flags? I read my book. I check in with people. Hi, how are you? How was lunch? That's awesome. And I read my book. And these 6 kids said, come here. Do you want to go on the Joker? I was like, sounds terrible because they have all these signs. So if they have a lot of signs, you know it's going to be like a hate ride, right? So I checked it out. It went up and it went down and it twisted and went upside down and everything. I said, no way. They asked me again nice. They said, come on. Well, want to just go take a look at it? I was like, well, I take a look, right? I don't succumb to peer pressure. Okay, so when I'm being belted in class there, I thought, I'm going to die. And I twisted, and I turned, and I went upside down, and yes, my eyes were probably more closed than they were open. But I survived it, 90 seconds, because I took a risk. So I thought, what kind of a principal am I if I'm going to be sitting up here on a soapbox saying, you need to take risks when I won't go on a 90-second ride out of my comfort zone? So there were a lot of high fives and fist bumps, and maybe I walked a little more proud off that ride, like I was all in a bag of chips there. It was great. In my confidence, I think I earned a little street credit of taking risks. And in a few minutes, we're going to honor students who took risks in their 4-year journey. And these accolades that are bestowed upon this cohort in front of us during the next few hours are only some of the rewards that occur when people are stretched beyond their comfort zone. Gives me great pleasure at this time to introduce to you a man who encourages risk-taking from his administrators, our superintendent of schools, in his first class night appearance in his new capacity, Mr. John Robidoux.
Thank you, Mr. McCann. Good evening. All right. It's my first class night. I've had the pleasure of sitting up here on the stage several times now, and it's a night that I enjoy. I enjoy seeing all the accolades and well-deserved credit. I have a few words tonight. I'm going to try to keep it short because I know we have a lot to get through, and it's all about you guys, not about listening to me. So I thought about tonight, and I thought about how I would feel if I were sitting in your seat. Fear, trepidation, uncertainty, my glasses, indecision, happiness, confidence, excitement, pride. You might be feeling some or all of these emotions, and that's okay. You're on the threshold of the next leg of your life's journey, and that causes a lot of emotions. And sometimes those emotions are conflicting emotions, and that's okay. Some of you may already know what you want to be. You might want to be a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, an artist, a writer, a construction worker, a cook, a member of the armed forces. And some of you may not yet know which direction you want to head, and that's okay. It's not about worrying what job you'll have and how much money you'll make after high school, college, or the armed services. It's not about worrying whether you're going to be good enough in whatever you decide to do. It's about being the best you can be at whatever you're doing in the moment. It's about doing what you know is the right thing and making smart choices. It's about working hard in the moment to achieve the goals you have set. And if you don't know what all those goals are yet, that's still okay. If you work hard, live in the moment, and consistently make good choices, things will work out, and you will grow and prosper on whatever path your life's journey takes you. Remember your time in Swansea Public Schools, and especially your time here at Joseph Case High School, and know that you've been well prepared by your teachers, by each other, by your parents, and know that as you have been prepared that you'll move on and you'll be okay. As I come to the end of this short speech, I'd just like you to remember and live these few simple tenets, and I know that you'll all be fine. Cherish your loved ones every day. Things can change in a blink of an eye. Make good choices, and good things will happen. Be a good neighbor, and follow the golden rule. And as you graduate on Sunday, never, never forget that we are all Cardinals. Good luck and be well. Thank you very much.
Now we're going to have the traditional singing of the Case High alma mater, sung by the Joseph Case High School Chorus under the direction of Amy Hubbard. This is the Case High alma mater by Ruth B. Eddy. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Joseph Case High School Chorus under the direction of Amy Hubbard, and members of the Case High Theater Company under the direction of Neil Geronimo. So, before we begin here, Jameson Ward here was playing tennis about 45 minutes ago at Bourne High School, and they whoom, right up 195, and we didn't quite know if we were going to have this part of the show, but I just smiled and kind of sweated it out here. So, Jameson, thank you very, very much. We're going to be hearing, This year's song selected for the senior class is from the Broadway show Wicked, featuring Marissa and Jessica Santos, and the song is called For Good.
Something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Comet pulls from orbit as it passes a sign, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you. I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. In whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its moorings by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by skyward in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you. Because I knew you. I have been changed for good. And just to breathe the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blamed me for. But then I guess we know there's way to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. The comet pulls from orbit as it passes a sign, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say that I have been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
My sincere thanks to the members of the K-Side Chorus and theater companies for reminding us that each person we come in contact with has an impact on us. And hopefully, we will use our superpowers that we developed here at Joseph Case High School to help others move forward. The song sets the stage for the awards presentation for the class of 2017 when we look not only at their accomplishments, but of their promise for the future. Our first award is the E. Sheldon Smith Memorial Science Award. Each year, the Science Department selects one member of the senior class that best exemplifies the brilliance in and passion for the sciences that were demonstrated by our late Science Department head, Mr. E. Sheldon Smith. This award is granted to a student who has challenged the difficult science courses with a labor of love. This year's recipient is Lauren Davidson. Our next award is the Woman in Science Award. The Science Department staff is pleased to make this special award. Its purpose is to recognize that senior woman who has pursued excellence in the sciences and who intends to make science her career. Outstanding achievement in the sciences is the criteria for this award. Congratulations to this year's recipient of the Women in Science Award, Ms. Alexis Lanigan. As well, this evening, Alexis will be presented with the Mathematics Award, presented to a student who has consistently excelled in all the mathematics courses at Joseph Case High School and who has served faithfully and well on the Joseph Case High School math team. The student has been recognized as a conference all-star for 4 years and was a recipient of the Dwayne Cameron Award given by the Southeastern Massachusetts Conference Math League. Ms. Alexis Lanigan. The Joseph Case High School math team competes by solving math problems in a competition with other high schools in the Southeastern Massachusetts Conference Math League. This year was its 8th consecutive year as the North Division champions. The success of this team is due to the commitment and talent of its members. We'll ask at this time that senior members of the math team please come forward. Wilbur Anderson, Julia Bushel, Lauren Davidson, Mason Eldridge, Gabrielle Hunt, Alexis Lanigan. Congratulations, Wilbur. Mason, congratulations, sir. Gabrielle, congratulations, too.
Oh, yeah.
The Portuguese Award is presented to the senior student who has demonstrated a special interest in Portuguese culture and who has developed the ability to communicate in the Portuguese language. This year, the award goes to Karina Barreo.
There's going to be another one, too.
Okay. Awesome. The Spanish Award this year is presented to that senior student who has demonstrated a special interest in Spanish culture and who has demonstrated academic excellence in Spanish as well. The award goes to Mason Eldridge. The Computer Science Award. This year, the award for Outstanding Computer Science Student is being awarded to 3 most promising individuals. These students have completed 3 years of a computer science course and achieved A's in all of them. Each person has demonstrated a special ability in computer science and are dedicated hard workers. They are also 3-year members of the computer team. These individuals richly deserve this special recognition. Congratulations to Wilbur Anderson, Brandon Medeiros, and Evan Shannon. The Professional Writing Award for Excellence in Creative Writing and Journalism is awarded to one of the editors of this year's Cardinal newspaper. Congratulations to Rebecca Heatherson. The English Award is presented to the student who has a record of excellence in this discipline, who has achieved outstanding scores in national exams, who demonstrates a talent for literary analysis, and who is an accomplished expository writer. Congratulations to Kaylin Mello. Our next awards are for recognition of our capstone project. Our capstone is our senior project that they look forward to for 4 years to celebrate a personalized choice that they want to delve into a little deeper. We started about 7-8 years ago, really just so we could have seniors engaged until the very end, and it has just grown to such a great project here. At one point, you never know who is going to see the capstone project. So I heard about one, and someone told me something, and I thought they were joking, so I was like, oh, ha, 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 and I went to the main office, right? And then the next day, they said, no, it's really going on, and I came into this auditorium like, what is going on? There were 400 kids in here watching this capstone. It was something. So we have capstone awards. Our first award is the capstone. It's a mnemonic. So we take the C, the A, the P, you get it. So our first one is our most creative capstone goes to Katie Faria and Alexis Pacheco. Our next capstone award, A, is for authentic, something which relates to a real life lesson, and the award goes to Max Furtado. Our next award is for P, performance, goes to Jasmine Pacheco. S is for sensational, Ryan Lewis. The award for T, touching, goes to Madison Majewski. Our O, Outstanding Capstone Award, goes to Tyler Beaudry. Recognized for a notable N capstone, Mackenzie Anderson and Haley Cordemonte. And our last capstone award for the mnemonic is E for engaging, Haley Schwarzenbach. We have two winners in our classic capstone. For female student, Madison Rowland. Male student, Mason Eldridge. I got a very serious look from Jackie before, so okay, I'm all good. Next category in our capstone is the wild card. Best dressed. Adam Mancy and Ethan Cavallo. Outstanding. Our next award in wild card is for most daring. This is the one that had 400 people. Literally 2/3 of the school was in here. Xavier Walker. Parents are probably wondering what made it so daring. He cut the hair of a teacher in front of everyone, like with a, what do they call them? A buzz? A buzzer. It was on, yeah, it was on a history of barbering, which he's going to go into. We have some honorable mentions in terms of certificates. Following students, please, to the stage. Lizka Kanani, Samantha Borges, Charlotte Sylvia, Corinna Barreo, Taylor Sarnecki, Lauren Davidson, and Katie LePage. And finally, our best overall capstone this year goes to Miss Julia McClintock. Congratulations, Julia. Our next award is the Social Studies Award. This award is given to a senior who has achieved the most outstanding record in the study of history and social science. This year, the recipient is Corinna Barreo. Our next award is the Art Award. This recipient for this year's Art Award has demonstrated a dedication and passion for the visual arts. This year, the award is presented to Jared Brennan. Our next award is the Joseph Case High School Art Booster Scholarship. The Art Scholarship is presented to one student who displays superior skill and commitment to the visual arts. The student is planning on attending Savannah College of Art and Design and plans to pursue a career in drawing and illustration. Congratulations to Alyssa Furtado. Our next award is the Joseph Case High School Automotive Technology Achievement Award. It is given to a senior in auto tech who exemplifies the best in conduct, effort, skill, and performance. This year, the Automotive Technology Award goes to Jared Baker. The Outstanding Business Student Award. Joseph Case High School's Business Education Program is pleased to present this award to two seniors who have shown outstanding achievement in the business area. Congratulations to Alexis Pacheco and Evan Surratt. The Child Care Award is for outstanding achievement in the field of early childhood education. The recipient possesses the knowledge, skill, and personal qualities needed to foster the development of young children in her care. Her academic achievement, responsible behavior, and knowledge of appropriate practice have led her to success and the success of her preschool students. Congratulations to Kaylee Reese. Our next award is the Honor Bowl Award. For academic competition, a certificate is awarded to members of the Joseph Case High School Honor Bowl. The recipients are William Broder, Julia Bushel, Lauren Davidson, Mason Aldridge, Jonathan Ferreira, Casey Frazier, Rebecca Heatherson, Gabrielle Hunt, Corey Jacobson, Alexis Lanigan, Katie LePage, Julia McClintock, Madison Majewski, Emily Salpetro, Haley Schwarzenbach, Allison Tavares, Tyler Lynn Tavares.
Yell loud enough? It's my last time I'm going to yell.
I'm okay. Congratulations, Rebecca. Shori, congratulations. Alexis, congratulations. Amy, congratulations. Julia, congratulations. Madison, congratulations. Salpetro, congratulations.
Oh, I got 18 right now.
Tyler Lynn, congratulations, Steve.
18, we got 18.
Our next award is the Massachusetts Secondary School Administrators Association Student Achievement Award. The Massachusetts Secondary School Administrator Association Student Achievement Award is given this year to the Joseph Case High School senior who has exhibited tremendous academic, social, and personal accomplishment during the past 4 years. This year's honoree has had a positive impact on the Joseph Case High School community. Congratulations to this honor to Nicholas Bello. The mock trial team, the Case High mock trial team, competes in the Massachusetts Bar Association mock trial tournament, acting as attorneys and witnesses. Senior members of the mock trial team, please come forward. Jacob Broadbent, William Broder, Isaac Furlet, Ozka Kanani, Ryan Lewis, Alex Pacheco, Allison Tavares, Tyler Lynn Tavares. Isaac, congratulations.
Oscar.
Congratulations, Mr. Anderson. Oscar, congratulations. Allison, congratulations. Tyler, congratulations. Helping me to present our next award is Mr. Bruce Aldridge. The Marine Corps League Scholarship. The Lance Corporal John J. Van Geysen Detachment 1285 of the Marine Corps League was named in memory of Lance Corporal John J. Van Geysen from Dayton, Massachusetts. Lance Corporal Van Geysen was killed in action on July 5, 2004 in Iraq's Anbar province. The scholarship is the Marine Corps' way of saying thank you to the communities for their support of all of the Marine Corps endeavors over the years. Presenting the scholarship is Mr. Bruce Aldridge to Madison Majewski and Julia Woolette.
Congratulations. You have a copy of Cassie? So you got it last year. Thank you. Thank you.
Scheduled to present this next award is Staff Sergeant Barry Tullidge. Brian McCann will be presenting for Barry Tullidge this evening here for the Army Reserve National Scholar Athlete Award. The Army Reserve National Scholar Athlete Award recognizes students for their outstanding performance in the classroom, athletic fields, and community. At this time, the Army Reserve National Scholar Athlete Award recognizes the following students: Julia McClintock and Brendan Costa. Helping me to present the next award is Michael Chase. The Raymond J. Chase Memorial Fund. This fund was set up in memory of Raymond J. Chase Sr., who was a very patient, gentle, and brave man. Like many other Chases throughout the history of Swansea, he proudly served his family, God, and our country as a veteran of the Army in World War II. Ray, or Red as he was called by his friends because of his red hair, enjoyed watching and playing all sports, collecting sport cards, enjoying dessert nightly, and spending time with his family. Ray worked several jobs at a time, including being a custodian at Joseph Case Junior High School to raise his 2 boys and 3 girls. Ray would smile and be proud knowing that a student will be receiving a scholarship in his memory. He never asked for anything and always gave everything. Helping to present the Raymond J. Chase Memorial Scholarship is Michael Chase. This year, the scholarship goes to Madison Aruda. Helping to present the next award is Mr. Jeff Ward. Very good. The Case High Association of Music Parents of Swansea, or CHAMPS, a general scholarship. The recipient of this award has participated in a minimum of 4 consecutive years, including senior year, in the Joseph Case High School Music Ensemble. Presenting the award will be the treasurer and chairman of CHAMPS Scholarship Committee, Mr. Jeffrey Ward. The scholarship recipient is Ryan Lewis. Ryan is also the recipient of the Philip Brightman Band Spirit Award that was established by the family of Philip Brightman, a former band parent. The recipient of this award must display the readiness to support the music program and activities, both in and out of school, with extra time and effort, which so often was exhibited by the late Philip Brightman. The recipient is Ryan Lewis. Helping to present the next award is Allison Valcourt. Allison will help me present the Ernie Hanley Memorial Scholarship Award given in memory of Ernie Hanley. The recipient of this award is a dedicated musician who has displayed extraordinary character and citizenship. Presenting the award is his daughter, Allison Valcourt. The scholarship recipient is Ryan Lewis. Helping me to present the next award is Nicole Rogers. The Brenda Rogers Memorial Scholarship was established in 2011. Friends of Brenda Rogers honor her memory with this annual award. Brenda was a talented musician and supporter of music students. Presenting the award is her daughter, Nikki Rogers. The recipient is Ryan Lewis. While he's up here, Ryan is the recipient of 2 additional music awards, the John Philip Sousa Band Award in recognition of superior musicianship, leadership, loyalty, cooperation, and dedication to the school's instrumental program, as well as the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award in recognition of outstanding achievements in the field of jazz as demonstrated through superior musicianship, character, and individual creativity. A big round of applause for Ryan Lewis. The National School Choral Award is in recognition of singular merit, ability, and achievement of outstanding contributions to the success of a school vocal program. This year, the recipient is Marissa Santos. The Mark Gardner Hoyle Memorial Scholarship. This annual scholarship is given in memory of Mark Hoyle, who is a very brave and special young man. The award is given to a senior who has achieved remarkable high school accomplishments. This year, there were 2 deserving seniors meeting this criteria. Congratulations to Julia McClintock and William Broder. The Pieter Smit Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is sponsored by Youth's Friends Association Incorporated and is presented to a senior based on academic standing in the upper quarter of the graduating class, participation in extracurricular school activities, community service, leadership qualities, and financial need. Receiving this scholarship is Allison Tavares. Helping me to present our next award is Renee Fleet. The Katie L. Fleet Memorial Scholarship. Katie Fleet was a 2005 graduate of Case High School Theater Company. Katie was a hardworking member of the theater company who spent a great deal of time dancing on stage, working backstage, and constructing many costumes with her mother Renee and grandmother Alice. Katie was lost in a tragic automobile accident in 2010. The Case High Drama Boosters would like to pay tribute with a scholarship in her name. Presenting the award is Katie's mom, Renee Fleet. We have 2 recipients this year, Julia Bushel and Madison Rowland. Helping me to present the next award are Tommy Whalen and Mr. Christopher Carrero. The New Media Club Scholarship Award. The New Media Club Scholarship Award Committee, composed of our media teacher and Swansea Cable Access Director, is awarding 2 scholarships to seniors that demonstrated preparedness, originality, work ethic, and creating media this year. Applicants for the scholarship had to plan, prepare, shoot, and edit a video piece of their own design that showcased their filmmaking talents. Presenting this award is Joseph Case High School's media teacher, Mr. Tommy Whalen, and Mr. Christopher Carrero, Swansea Selectman and Chair of the Swansea Cable Access Committee. There are 4 recipients this evening. Awesome. The recipients are Grace Bolin, Nicholas Bello, William Broder, and Brendan Costa. Helping me to present the Case High Drama Boosters Scholarships is Mr. Tommy Rodricks, President of the Case High School Drama Boosters. Our first scholarship is the Judy Cabral Drama Scholarship. Judy Cabral was the original founding drama booster. Her dedication and support have helped form the support system that the Joseph Case High School Theater Company has today. The very stage we're on tonight has been dedicated to her memory. It's that plaque right over there. And for all the support she has given to the theater students of Joseph Case High School. This year, the recipient of the Judy Cabral Drama Scholarship is Jasmine Pacheco. Our next scholarship is the Robert A. Coco Calenda Scholarship for the Humanities. Bobby Calenda grew up in Warren, Rhode Island, but spent most of his adult life in New York City, where he ran his own fashion design company and served as wardrobe supervisor for many Broadway shows. His friendship with the late Tom Marcello brought about an involvement with the Case High School Theater Company, for which he designed and constructed many costumes. Congratulations to Malin Raimondo. The William Booker Jr. Memorial Theater Scholarship was established by the Case High Drama Boosters to pay tribute to and remember the 1997 graduate of Case, Billy Booker. Billy was active both on stage and in work with technical theater. This year, the recipient is Rebecca Heatherson. Our next scholarship is the Arthur Marcello Memorial Scholarship, established by the Case High Drama Boosters to pay tribute to and remember the father of teacher Tom Marcello. Arthur was a supporter of the Case High Theater Company and dedicated countless hours assisting in the element of technical theater, primarily sound design. This year, the recipient of the Arthur Marcello Memorial Scholarship is Gabrielle Hunt. The Katie Fleet Memorial Scholarship for Theater Arts is dedicated to the memory of Katie Fleet, a 2005 graduate of Joseph Case High School. During her time at Case, she was active participant in the Case High Theater Company. This includes the role of dance captain in her senior year. The award has been established in her memory by the Fleet family and the Case High Drama Boosters. This year, the recipient of the Katie Fleet Memorial Scholarship is Emily Salpetro. Our final Drama Booster Award is the Thomas A. Marcello Memorial Scholarship for Theater Art. The Joseph Case High School Drama Boosters, with the support of family and friends, have opened a scholarship in the memory of Tom Marcello. Tom Marcello was the director of the award-winning Case High Theater Company for the past 40 years until his passing in September. Mr. Marcello was an award-winning director, teacher, mentor, and friend who had a profound impact on generations of students from all walks of life in the town of Swansea. Tonight's scholarship is awarded with this message: do what is necessary, and then what is possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Tom Marcello Memorial Scholarship goes to William Broder. Our next scholarship is a Swansea Police Patrolmen's Association Scholarship, awarded to 2 seniors pursuing a career in law enforcement, physical education, or social work. Congratulations to Julia McClintock and Kaylee Reese. Helping me present the next award is Mrs. Josephine Lepre for the Lieutenant Robert Cabral Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded in loving memory of Officer Bob, who was killed by a drunk driver while on duty on November 5th, 2005. This scholarship recognizes Officer Bob's commitment to good choices in life, public education, and community service. His presence as a public servant, DARE officer, educator, and coach continues to be felt by all who knew him and loved him. Presenting this award are Mrs. Josephine Lepre and Alec Cabral, Officer Bob's son. The scholarship is awarded to Julia McClintock. Helping me to present the next award are Emily and Jamie Travis. And Assistant Principal Chris Costa. The James D. Travis Memorial Fund. The scholarship is awarded to a student based on their academic performance, dedication to future goals, and more importantly, their community involvement. The recipient of this year's James D. Travis Memorial Fund is Madison Majewski. Our next award is the Little Theater Rex Performing Arts Scholarship Award. The Little Theater Rex Scholarship was provided through a generous donation from the late Dr. Ira Rex and Mrs. Irene Rex. They were longtime supporters of the Little Theater of Fall River, and Mrs. Rex continues to have a keen interest in each student who receives the Rex Award. They wanted to express their appreciation of the performing arts through this annual scholarship. This recipient will receive the Jimmy Tavares Performing Arts Memorial Award on June 26th at the June membership meeting of Fall River Little Theater. Will you please acknowledge at this time Tyler Lynn Tavares. Please stand, Tyler. Helping me to present the next award is Mr. Scott Rowland. The Case Gridiron Scholarship. The Case Gridiron Scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who has demonstrated the dedication required to play one of the most demanding of all high school sports. The applicants must have played for a minimum of 2 complete seasons, with at least one being at the varsity level. Additionally, applicants must also remain academically eligible to compete in sports for their entire senior year. Presenting the Case Gridiron Scholarship is the president of the Case Gridiron Club, Mr. Scott Rowland. The recipient this year is Brendan Costa. Our next award is the Swansea Fire Department Company No. 2 Scholarship. This student has been working diligently at attaining his firefighter certification through the Massachusetts Call Volunteer Fire Academy. We are all proud of the student's achievement. Congratulations to Matthew Beaupre. The 2017 St. Anne's Credit Union Scholarship. The St. Anne's Credit Union is proud to present a scholarship to a student for her outstanding academic achievement. She and her family attended an annual meeting award ceremony at the Venus de Milo this past March. At this time, I'll ask Madison Majewski to please stand and be recognized. Our next award is the Daughters of the American Revolution's Good Citizenship Scholarship. The Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Program and Scholarship Contest is intended to encourage and reward the qualities of a good citizen. The student selected as the school's Daughter of the American Revolution's Good Citizen must have the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. The recipient of this prestigious award is William Broder. The John and Abigail Adams Scholarships. The following students are recipients of the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. 36 Joseph Case High School students qualified for the Adams Scholarship based on their high MCAS scores. This scholarship is good for 4 years of free tuition at most Massachusetts state schools, including any University of Massachusetts campus. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Wilbur Anderson, Jared Baker, Corinna Barreo, Samantha Borges, Jacob Broadbent, William Broder, Julia Bushel, Lauren Davidson, Elizabeth D'Souza, Wesley Dyer, Mason Aldridge, Jonathan Ferreira, Isaac Furlett, Casey Frazier, Alyssa Furtado, Rebecca Heatherson, Tanner Higson, Gabrielle Hunt, Corey Jacobson, Alexis Lanigan, Katie LePage, Ryan Lewis, Madison Majewski, Nolan McKenzie, Julia McClintock, Brandon Medeiros, Isabel Monroe, Julia Willette, Alex Pacheco, Madison Rowland, Emily Salpetro, Haley Schwarzenbach, Evan Shannon, Evan Surrett, Logan Sylvester, Tyler Lynn Tavares. Thank you. Our next award is the Bausch and Lomb Science Award. Each year, the Bausch and Lomb Science Award is given to that member of the junior class who has demonstrated excellence in the sciences. This prestigious award consists of a bronze medal and eligibility for consideration to receive a $30,000 scholarship to the University of Rochester. This year's recipient of the Bausch and Lomb Award is Brandon Carvalho. Our next award is a Rensselaer Alumni Award. For more than 70 years, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute has awarded the Rensselaer Medal to a promising secondary school student who has distinguished him or herself in science and math. This award is presented annually to that junior at Joseph Case High School who has attained excellence in upper-level science and math courses. In addition to the medal, this award includes a nomination to a $60,000 scholarship, should the winner enroll at Rensselaer. It is my distinct pleasure to announce that this year's Rensselaer medal goes to Kylie LeComte. Kylie is also the recipient of the prize book of the Harvard Alumni Association. The prize book of the Harvard Alumni Association is awarded each year by the Harvard Club of New Bedford and Fall River to the highest ranked student in the junior class. The criteria for this award is based on being an outstanding student who displays excellence in scholarship, high character, and is combined also with achievement in other fields. The winner of this award, through intelligence and variety of achievement, exemplifies Harvard's commitment to excellence. Congratulations to Kylie LeCompte. Our next award is the Brown University Book Award. This book award is awarded to a junior who combines excellence in English with those personal qualities which, according to the 1764 Brown Charter, duly qualify the student for discharging the offices of life with usefulness and reputation. It is an honor and privilege to have this as this year's sponsor, a 1966 graduate of Joseph Case High School, Dr. Glenn Orton, who now resides in Arcadia, California. Congratulations to our Brown University Book Award winner, Sarah Orton. Our next award is the Society of Women Engineers Boston Section Certificate of Merit. The Society of Women Engineer awards certificates of merit to female students who are nominated by their teachers for excelling in math and science for 3 years or more and are active members of the school and community. Society of Women Engineers works to empower women to succeed and advance in those aspirations and be recognized for their life-changing contributions and achievements as engineers and leaders. We have 3 recipients of the Society of Women Engineer Boston Section Certificate of Merits this evening: Julia Bushel, Gabrielle Hunt, and Madison Majewski. Our next award is the Academic Excellence Gold Award. This Gold Award is presented to seniors who have earned final honor roll status for all 4 years at Case High School. So will the following students please come forward to accept your Gold Award? Corinna Barreo, Samantha Borges, William Broder, Julia Bushel, Lauren Davidson, Elizabeth D'Souza, Mason Eldridge, Brielle Fanti, Casey Frazier, Gabrielle Hunt, Corey Jacobson, Alexis Lanigan, Alex LePage, Katie LePage, Madison Majewski, Julia McClintock, Brandon Medeiros, Malin Raimondo, Madison Rowland, Emily Salpetro, and Tyler Lynn Tavares. I don't know if you can't hear them. They have like the color commentary after every person gets the award, and it's congratulations, very good job, awesome. Yeah. After every award. The next award, I think, is the most important award ever created in the history of education. The Perfect Attendance Award. Oh, you laugh. The Perfect Attendance Award is awarded to a senior with perfect attendance during his or her entire high school journey. Believe it or not, my friends, 2 recipients this year. This is the best year ever. Ever. Our two recipients of the Perfect Attendance Award and Prime Front Page Picture in The Spectator, that's what I'm pushing for, are Katie LePage and Nicholas Bello. Woo! Stand right here, we're not missing this.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You did, right over here. Miss. It's like Christmas for me. 2. Helping me to present our next award is Mrs. Kelly Plant. The Friends of the Cardinals Scholarship. Friends of the Cardinals are awarding 4 scholarships tonight. Student-athlete applicants must have achieved 2 or more varsity letters, and 4 athletic units of participation to be considered. Presenting this award is Mrs. Kelly O'Brien Plant. The recipients are Nicholas Bello, Julia Bushel, Lauren Davidson, and Logan Sylvester. You guys crack me up. We'll now move into the Case High Scholarship Trust Incorporated. The trustees of the Case High Scholarship Trust Incorporated are pleased to announce the 2017 Student Scholarship Awards. This year, the trustees will be awarding $55,575 to members of the class of 2017. Mr. Robert Horn, to my right, president of the Case High Scholarship Trust Incorporated, will present the scholarships. These scholarships are being awarded to students who have submitted an application and participated in an interview process. Helping myself and Mr. Horn to present our first award are Josh and Kaylee Harrington. Our first student awarded the Case High Scholarship Trust is Wesley Dyer. Woo. Wesley is the recipient of the Sergeant Kyle J. Harrington Memorial Scholarship. The scholarship is given in memory of Sergeant Kyle Joseph Harrington, a true American who gave his life defending our freedom. He was a Joseph Case High School graduate of the class of 2003, who went on to start a family and join the Army. He had many dreams for the future, and this fund has been established to help someone reach theirs. Presenting the scholarship to Wesley are his son and daughter, Joshua and Kaylee. And Wesley, this evening, from Mr. Horn, is also the recipient of the Ruth E. Gildard Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, cousin. All right. Our next recipient is Katie LePage. Katie is also the recipient of the Sergeant Kyle J. Harrington Memorial Scholarship, presented by Sergeant Harrington's son, Joshua, and daughter, Kaylee. This evening, Katie LePage will also receive the Bay Coast Bank Scholarship, the Joseph Case High School Alumni Scholarship, and the Swansea Insurance Agent Scholarship, all presented by Mr. Horn. Our next recipient is, helping me to present an award to the next recipient are, Kazian and Anya Fagundes. Oh, here they are. Awesome. Come on up there. Come right up. You can whisper how we pronounce it. I'm going to get it right here. I know. I'm a slow learner. I got it. All right. I got it going here. Our next award goes to Gabrielle Hunt. Gabrielle is the recipient of the Corporal Paul Fagundes Memorial Scholarship. Paul was a graduate of the Joseph Case High School class of 1999. The scholarship is established on behalf of his family and the Guardian Relief Fund to continue Paul's legacy of helping others and his perseverance in life. Presenting the scholarship are Corporal Fagundes' children, Kazian and Anya. Gabrielle will also receive this evening the Gray Family Memorial Scholarship from Mr. Horn. Helping me to present our next scholarship is Ms. Nancy Paulus. Ms. Paulus will help me present the scholarship to Rebecca Heatherson, the Dr. Lawrence R. Paulus Memorial Scholarship. This award is presented in memory of Dr. Lawrence R. Paulus, a Case High graduate and social studies educator for 36 years. He was a true supporter and advocate of his students in the classroom, on the sports field, and at arts events. The intent of the scholarship is to honor and assist a student who has demonstrated integrity, both personally and scholastically. Presenting the Dr. Lawrence R. Paulus Memorial Scholarship is his sister, Ms. Nancy Paulus. Rebecca will also be receiving from Mr. Horn this evening the Sheldon Ashton Memorial Scholarship. Our next recipient is Alexis Lanigan. Alexis is the recipient of the Helen A. Regan and Dr. Lawrence R. Paulus Memorial Scholarship, given in memory of Helen A. Regan and Dr. Lawrence Regan Paulus. Both Helen and Larry believe that hard work, caring, and dedication can live on forever. Presenting this scholarship is Ms. Regan's niece and Dr. Paulus' sister, Ms. Nancy Paulus. Alexis is also awarded this evening the Joseph L. French Memorial Scholarship and the James Morgan Penzac Memorial Scholarship. Helping me to present our next award is Mr. Orlin Thomas. Oh, awesome. The next scholarship goes to Casey Frazier. Casey is the recipient of the Swansea American Legion Post 303 Scholarship presented by Mr. Arlen Thomas. This evening as well, Casey is awarded the Gertrude W. Braley Memorial Scholarship and Kenneth J. Compton, MD Memorial Scholarship by Mr. Horn. Congratulations, Casey. Next scholarship is to John Jack Nelson Furtado. Jack will be receiving the Elizabeth O'Hearn Memorial Scholarship. This award is given in memory of Betsy O'Hearn, who was a wonderful wife, mother, and grandmother. The family established this scholarship because Betsy always believed in the gift of giving, and the family appreciates the opportunity to carry on this great tradition. This year's award is being given to Case High School Arch Program in honor of Jack Furtado. Please welcome Jack, who will be joined by his brother Maxwell to receive this award. Helping me to present it is Mrs. Maureen Bushell.
Great job, Jack.
Awesome. Helping me to present our next number of scholarships will be Catherine McDonough and Mrs. Maureen Bushell. Scholarships will go to Malin Raimondo. Malin is the recipient of the George J., Audrey A., and Christopher G. Schott Memorial Scholarship. George and Audrey Schott lived in Swansea for more than 57 years, and all 4 of their children graduated from Joseph Case High School. George Schott was a private businessman and football official for many years, a member of the Swansea Historical Commission. Audrey Schott was the secretary of Joseph Case High School for 16 years and later served on several years on the Joseph Case High School Scholarship Committee. They both passed away in 2011, and a scholarship was created in their memory. Like his 3 siblings, Chris Schott was a Joseph Case High School alumni. He was a multimedia journalist, basketball coach, and a founding member of the Swansea Independent Baseball League, SIBL. After Chris passed away in 2017, his name was added to the scholarship in honor of his many contributions to the youth of the community. Presenting this scholarship is Mr. and Mrs. Schott's daughter and Chris's sister, Catherine McDonough. Thank you. I'm just right there. The Horace A. and Edith L. Pelletier Memorial Scholarship. Horace and Edith felt that their whole family had benefited from the education that their 5 children, several grandchildren, and great-grandchildren gained and are still gaining through the excellent opportunities provided them by the Swansea school system. They both felt that the scholarship fund, which they established and has grown through the generosity of family and friends, is an appropriate way of showing their appreciation. Presenting the Horace A. and Edith L. Pelletier Memorial Scholarship is Mrs. Maureen Bushell to Malin Raimondo. This evening as well, Mr. Horn will present it with the Harold and Virginia Lash Charitable Giving Scholarship. Madison Aruda. Madison is the recipient of the Anthony Raposa Educational Trust Scholarship and the Charles E. and Marion B. Walkden Memorial Scholarship, presented by Mr. Horn. Corinna Barreo. Corinna is the recipient of the Frank C. and Alice R. Chase Memorial Scholarship and the Gray Family Memorial Scholarship. Nicholas Bello. Nicholas is the recipient of the Horace C. Coates Memorial Scholarship and the Miles Gatterman Memorial Scholarship. Samantha Borges. Samantha is the recipient of the Dr. Henry and Grace Lincoln Scholarship, the Norma Rizzi Scholarship, along with the Milton A. and Eliza L. Westgate Memorial Scholarship, all presented by Mr. Horn. Our next recipient is William Broder, Jr. John Martelli, present to help me with this scholarship. Okay. The Helen Martelli Art Scholarship was established by the family and friends of Helen Martelli in honor of Helen's lifelong appreciation of her art and creative works. Helen would like to help a student further his or her own artistic talent and education. Billy will also be receiving this evening the James M. and Catherine C. Reynolds Memorial Scholarship and the St. Dominic's Federal Credit Union Scholarship, all presented by Mr. Horn. Helping me to present our next scholarships will be Mr. and Mrs. Michael Flanagan and Mrs. Maureen Bushell. Our next scholarship recipient is Julia Bushell. Julia is the recipient of the Michael H. Flanagan Memorial Scholarship. A scholarship fund was established by Michael's family and friends in December of 2001 after a long and hard battle with leukemia. In 1996, graduate of Joseph Case High School, Michael was a member of the National Honor Society, and as an athlete earned varsity letters in basketball, baseball, and football. As a junior in high school, Michael became active in Big Brothers and continued as a Big Brother through college. Michael was a 2001 graduate of Providence College, where he was a 4-year Dean Scholar. Recipients chosen for this award emulate Michael's strong qualities in academics, athletics, and community service. Presenting the scholarship are his mom and dad, Mr. and Mrs. Michael Flanagan, presenting it to Julia Bushell. Mr. Flanagan is also presenting Julia with the Kenneth E. Baker Memorial Scholarship, presented in the memory of Kenneth E. Baker, presented to a dedicated and determined female athlete. Julia has earned the respect and admiration of her coaches and her teammates. This evening, she will also receive the James W. and Ann M. Griffin Memorial Scholarship from who were Julia's great-grandparents. She will be receiving the scholarship this evening from Mrs. Maureen Bushell, who was Mr. and Mrs. Griffin's daughter and is Julia's grandmother. I almost needed a PowerPoint presentation. Our next recipient is Brendan Costa. Brendan is the recipient of the John S. Davis Memorial Scholarship. Lauren Davidson. Lauren Davidson is the recipient of the Bay Coast Bank Scholarship, the Edward Hyde Memorial Scholarship, and the Joseph Case High School Faculty and Staff Scholarship, which is what we collect our dress down money from the last Friday of every month here. And I'll be presenting that. Awesome. Congratulations. We love dress down day. Elizabeth D'Souza. Elizabeth is the recipient of the John W. Place Memorial Scholarship and the Gray Family Memorial Scholarship presented by Mr. Robert Horn. This evening, Elizabeth will also receive the Lottie Terensky Memorial Scholarship. Lottie Terensky was a strong supporter of education. Having never graduated from high school, she still understood the value of an education. She is supported by her daughters and granddaughters' pursuit of a college degree, and now in her memory, she supports you. Presenting this scholarship to Elizabeth D'Souza is Mrs. Terensky's daughter, Christine Luca. Helping me to present our next award is Mrs. Patricia Chapman. The next recipient is Mason Eldridge. Mason is the recipient of the popular Mason Eldridge, I might add here. The popular Mason Eldridge is a recipient of the Gertrude W. Braley Memorial Scholarship presented by Mr. Horn, but as well he is presented with the Henry Chapman Memorial Scholarship presented by Mrs. Chapman's wife, Patricia Chapman. The scholarship has been established to honor and perpetuate the memory of Henry Chapman, a member of the Case High School class of 1970. Mr. Chapman believes strongly in the power of education and the importance of giving back to the community. Hank will always be remembered as a Case High School phys ed teacher, counselor, and cross-country coach. And he taught me how to drive, Mrs. Chapman, when he ran the driving school here when I went to high school here. So, Mason Eldridge, congratulations. It's a lot of love for Mason Eldridge this evening. Our next recipient is Brielle Fanti. Brielle is the recipient of the Harold and Virginia Lash Charitable Giving Scholarship and the Greg Wadley Memorial Scholarship. Alyssa Furtado. Alyssa is the recipient of the John W. Borden Memorial Scholarship and the Kenneth D. and Rhonda A. Furtado Scholarship. This scholarship was established to recognize the achievements of the award recipient. Mr. and Mrs. Furtado, case graduates, class of 1975, wish to commend the dedication of those who provide quality educational experiences that continually and profoundly impact the lives of so many students. Congratulations, Alyssa. Waiting for me. There you go. Congratulations. Our next recipient is Maxwell Furtado. Presented by Mr. Horn, Maxwell is the recipient of the Kenneth D. and Rhonda A. Furtado Scholarship, the Mary and Joseph Santos Memorial Scholarship, and the Swansea Little League Scholarship. Carolyn Haig. Carolyn is the recipient of the Harold and Virginia Lash Charitable Giving Scholarship. Corey Jacobson. Corey is the recipient of 3 scholarships this evening: the John and George Lockhart Memorial Scholarship, the Alfred J. Gadbois Memorial Scholarship, and, my favorite scholarship to say, the Four Hands Round Square Dance Club Thomas F. and Anna Mae Daly Memorial Scholarship. Because how often do you get to use the words square dance in a sentence these days? Congratulations. Little do-si-do, right? That's what we need. Our next recipient is Shay Culpa. Shay is the recipient of the Lillian Allen and Gary Marks Memorial Scholarship, along with the D.J. Sullivan Scholarship, presented by Mr. Horn. Alexander LePage. Oh. Alex is the recipient of the Milton J. Brulard Jr. Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is given in memory of Milton J. Brulard Jr. Milton was lost at sea on July 17, 2003. A former ice hockey coach at Joseph Case High School, Milton believed that hard work and a desire to believe in yourself and others could combine to achieve success. This scholarship is a living memory of how hard work and an undying gift of caring can live forever. For Milton Brulard, this is the true meaning of success. In addition, Alex will be receiving this evening the Clarence Reed Coop Memorial AARP Scholarship from Mr. Horn, and I will be presenting him with the John V. Medeiros Memorial Scholarship, presented for a man who believes strongly in education and lifelong learning. He recognized the importance of helping other people pursue and further their education. It is in this spirit that the John V. Medeiros Memorial Scholarship is given to Alexander LePage. Our next recipient is Madison Majewski. Joining me on stage for Ms. Majewski's scholarship are Frank and Christine Luca. Madison is the recipient of the Luca Sabra Do the Right Thing Award. The Lucas Sabre Do the Right Thing Award is presented to a student in the top 20 who is planning to study in a health-related or science field and who shows evidence of service to her community. Presenting the scholarship are Mr. and Mrs. Frank Luca. This evening, Madison will also receive the Swansea Citizen Scholarship. Adam Mancy. Adam is the recipient of the Swansea Insurance Agents Scholarship. Our next scholarship recipient is Meredith McDonald. Meredith is the recipient of the Jerry Moran Memorial Scholarship. Jerry Moran always believed that a business degree is a good foundation for achieving one's goals. Meredith will also be awarded the Harold and Virginia Lash Charitable Giving Scholarship by Mr. Horn. Julia McClintock. Julia is the recipient of the Francis L. Senior and Harriet L. Kelly Memorial Scholarship. Harriet and Francis Kelly loved Swansea and Joseph Case High School. They valued education and believed in helping people achieve their dreams. The scholarship is awarded in their memory. Julia will also be awarded the James E. Conroy Memorial Scholarship, the Helen W. Bigelow Memorial Scholarship, and the Israel and Ethel C. Brayton Memorial Scholarships, all presented by Mr. Horn. Brandon Medeiros. Brandon is the recipient of the Joseph L. French VFW Award, the Irene Story Miles Memorial Scholarship, and the Jared Pelletier Memorial Scholarship. Isabel Monroe. Helping to present Isabella's scholarship is Elizabeth Keatley. Isabel is the recipient of the Robert K. Keatley Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship has been established to honor the memory of Robert K. Keatley, a graduate of the Case High School's class of 1970. Bob was a Swansea businessman and a longtime supporter of the Swansea educational system. Presenting the scholarship is Mr. Keatley's sister, Ms. Elizabeth Keatley. Isabel will also receive this evening from Mr. Horn the Russell P. Eddy Memorial Scholarship. Julia Willett. Julia is the recipient of the Milton J. Brulard Jr. Memorial Scholarship. She will also be awarded the Harold and Virginia Lash Giving Scholarship. Alex Pacheco. Alex is the recipient of the Roger L. and Jeanette G. Gibo Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship has been established to honor and perpetuate the memory of lifelong volunteers to the children of Swansea. Mr. Gibo recognized the importance of helping people so that dreams could be fulfilled. This evening, Alex will also receive the Elmer and Gladys Slater Memorial Scholarship from Mr. Horn. Haley Paquette. Presenting Haley's scholarship is Mr. Craig Howard. Haley is the recipient of the Streamline Realty Group Scholarship. Haley will also be awarded the Faye Cretion Memorial Scholarship and the Harold and Virginia Lash Charitable Giving Scholarships from Mr. Horn. Our next recipient is Madison Rowland. Madison is the recipient of the Jean and Penny Busher Scholarship. She also will be awarded the Sarah Ashley Rodericks Memorial Scholarship. Sarah Rodericks would have been a 2012 Case graduate. Her family and friends have established the scholarship to honor her memory and support her love and devotion to young children. Presenting Madison with these scholarships is Mr. Robert Horn. Emily Salpetro. Helping to present a scholarship to Emily is Mr. Greg Clark. Emily is the recipient of the Jeff Clark Memorial Scholarship. Jeff Clark, a member of the class of 1971, was an avid sports fan, matched only by his love and pride in his two daughters. A college graduate, he recognized the importance of education. He supported both daughters in their nursing and education careers. His family wants to pass this on by awarding a scholarship in his memory. Presenting the Jeff Clark Memorial Scholarship is his brother, Mr. Greg Clark. This evening, Emily will also receive the Kelly Richmond Vieira Memorial Scholarship. Kelly Richmond Vieira Memorial Scholarship Award is given in memory of Kelly Richmond Vieira. Kelly was a member of my class of 1980, and unfortunately a victim in the station nightclub fire. Her dream was to become a physical therapist so she could help people and make a difference. She accomplished her dream 13 years ago. Scholarship was established by her friend Lisa Curry to help someone else reach their goal in the field of physical therapy. The recipient, Emily Salpetro. Haley Schwarzenbach. Helping me to present Haley in our next scholarships are Mrs. Maureen Bushell and Martha Curtis. Haley is the recipient of two scholarships this evening. First is the Nancy Gunther Memorial Scholarship, in memory of Nancy Gunther, who was an avid reader and supporter of education. Although she was not a graduate of Joseph Case High School, her husband Richard and their two daughters, Amy and Sarah, were graduates. They also appreciate the value of higher education. Presenting the Nancy Gunther Memorial Scholarship is Mrs. Maureen Bushell. Haley is also the recipient of the Carolyn A. Sampson Memorial Scholarship, presented by Martha Curtis. The scholarship has been established by friends of Carolyn Sampson, Case High School class of 1972, to honor her memory and recognize her devotion to music and drama programs at Joseph Case High School. It is presented to a student who has participated in either marching band or the theater company. Presenting it is Martha Curtis. Evan Shannon. Evan is the recipient of the Leo J.F. Donovan Family Scholarship, along with the Everett and Ava Mendes Memorial Scholarship. Charlotte Sylvia. Charlotte is the recipient of the Deborah E. Reiser Memorial Scholarship and the Norman and Eleanor P. Smith Memorial Scholarship. Helping me to present the next award, Mr. Christopher Aguiar. Oh, awesome. Our next scholarships go to Evan Surratt. Evan is the recipient of the Judge Antone S. Aguiar Jr. Memorial Scholarship. The scholarship has been established to honor Judge Antone S. Aguiar Jr., a member of the Joseph Case High School class of 1948. His lifelong commitment to Case High School was exhibited by his involvement in all aspects of student activities and school athletics. Throughout his career, he served as an athlete, scholar, lawyer, judge, soldier, and politician. The student chosen for this award has also exhibited a strong sense of involvement and commitment to Case High School and the community. Evan Surratt is also the recipient of the George Aguiar Memorial Scholarship. Both of the scholarships are presented by Judge Aguiar's son and fellow classmate of mine, Chris Aguiar. Did you give him his? Evan, why don't you come back here? Here we are. Quick on the draw. Evan will also be awarded the Frank Pies Memorial Scholarship by Mr. Horn. Logan Sylvester. Logan is the recipient of the Leslie Giroux Memorial Scholarship, the Sharon Kimball Memorial Scholarship, and the Alan Wild Memorial Scholarship. Returning to the stage is Martha Curtis to help me present our next award to Allison Tavares. Allison is the recipient of the Carolyn A. Sampson Memorial Scholarship presented by Martha Curtis. Allison will also receive this evening the Nancy Gunther Memorial Scholarship presented by Mrs. Bushel. Our final trust scholarship this evening goes to Tyler Lynn Tavares. The scholarship will be presented by Mrs. Katie Rose Grillo. The Tom Estes Memorial Scholarship goes to Tyler Lynn Tavares. The scholarship has been established in memory of Tom Estes. Tom was a graduate of Case High School's class of 1974. He attended Rhode Island College, where he studied music and education. In honor of his love of music and his desire to educate, this scholarship is presented to a student pursuing an education in music, education, or the arts. Presenting the scholarship to Tyler Lynn is Tom's daughter, Mrs. Katie Rose Estes Grillo. Tyler Lynn will also be awarded this evening from Mr. Horn the Gertrude W. Braley Memorial Scholarship. Gives me great pleasure to announce the National Honor Society for you in our Kappa Tau chapter. Election to the membership in Kappa Tau, Joseph Case High School's chapter of the National Honor Society, represents significant quantities of effort and accomplishment. The prestige of this society is based on its high standards of student aspiration. Its existence provides ongoing inspiration for constant academic achievement and service to school. We have 32 members of the Kappa Tau chapter this year. Please rise as your name is called, and we'll hold our applause to the end. Corinna Barreo, Samantha Borges, William Broder, Julia Bushel, Lauren Davidson, Elizabeth D'Souza, Wesley Dyer, Mason Aldridge, Brielle Fanti, Jonathan Ferreira, Casey Frazier, Alyssa Furtado, Rebecca Heatherson, Gabrielle Hunt, Corey Jacobson, Alexis Lanigan, Alexander LePage, Katie LePage, Madison Majewski, Julia McClintock, Brandon Medeiros, Julia Willette, Alex Pacheco, Malin Raimondo, Madison Rowland, Emily Salpetro, Taylor Sarnecki, Haley Schwarzenbach, Charlotte Sylvia, Evan Surrett, Allison Tavares, Tyler Lynn Tavares, are members of our National Honor Society. As my part winds down for the evening here, it gives me great pleasure to present to you our top 10 of our class of 2017. So when I call your name, please stand. Something new in Swansea, all of the top 10 will be invited to attend the school committee meeting on Monday, January 9th, beginning at 6 p.m. They'll be getting a letter from me very soon so they can share with you personally their pride. Our top 10 of the class of 2017 in alphabetical order: Lauren Davidson, Elizabeth D'Souza, Mason Eldridge, Casey Frazier, Gabrielle Hunt, Alexis Lanigan, Katie LePage, Madison Majewski, Julia McClintock, Tyler Lynn Tavares. Congratulations. Our penultimate award is the Salutatorian Award, presented to that student of the Joseph Case High School class of 2017, ranking the second highest in the class. Congratulations to Alexis Lanigan. like the Olympics. With tremendous pride, I announce the Honor Award Class Valedictorian. This distinction is given to the student attaining the highest scholastic rank in this class. Please join me in congratulating our class valedictorian, Lauren Davidson. At this time, I'm going to call up two representatives from the yearbook staff to formally dedicate this edition of the Chief. I'd like to call up Grace Bolin and Brielle Fanti, please. I'm just going to get my water.
Hello. So on behalf of the class of 2017, we would like to dedicate this year's yearbook to Mrs. Christine Luca.
Ms. Luca has served as librarian at JCHS High School since 1986. Additionally, she is senior-junior class advisor, NHS advisor, VHS site coordinator, honorable advisor, and organizer of all the school dances. She is constantly helping students academically with assistance on research papers to other valuable library-based skills. Her infamous Learning Commons, which has become known as Luca Land, remains a place where students can come to study, hang out, be with friends, and feel welcome.
Mrs. Luca's years at Case have been full with memorable moments. Most students know that when Love Shack plays at homecoming or prom, you can find Mrs. Luca on the dance floor with everyone. She has left a lasting impression on her students that will take them well into their adult years. Aside from the countless hours Mrs. Luca has put into making Case High School a better place, she has established many strong relationships with the generations of students. Mrs. Luca has been nothing but selfless over the years with her contribution to the Case High community.
After 30 long years of working at Case, Ms. Luca is retiring. Although it is sad to see her go, Mrs. Luca will always be remembered and appreciated for her dedication to her students and faculty at Case. As a school, we have been truly blessed to have Mrs. Luca as our librarian, and we can confidently say that there will be no one who can take her place. Ms. Luca,
you are truly one of a kind. Thank you.
So I was going to hold it all together tonight. That didn't work. I listened very carefully to Superintendent Robidoux's comments to begin the evening, and he said, you're on a journey. So with your journey, my journey here, and 30 years of my life have been spent in this glorious place we call Joseph Case High School. And with the parents who are here with tremendous kids, some of the parents I had as students who are in the auditorium. Many of the students here know how much my husband Frank and I love our daughters. Our daughters sat in the same place in 2001 and in 2003. And my husband and I gave them a special send-off. So to this group, which I hold deeply, love deeply in my heart, I'm giving to them the same send-off that we gave to our two daughters. So here goes. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the person who decides where to go. You look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you want to go down. In that case, of course, you're going to head, some of you, straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there, things can happen, and frequently do, to people as warm, caring, and brainy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along, because you'll start happening too. I love you all from the bottom of my heart.
I just want to extend some thanks. And I just want to point out one thing that you probably don't know. Every year we have a class gift. For example, the class before us, class of 2016, he had that nice piece of marble that's on the end of Cardinal Way. You're seeing in front of you the gift of the class of 2017, the gold stoles that the graduates are wearing. And this is a Case High first. We're really about unity in the class. We've gone to single color graduation gowns, and now we are beautifully complemented by gold stoles, courtesy of the class of 2017. We're very, very grateful of that. As well, here an evening of first, we have a junior honor guard with 10 elected members of the class of 2018 who brought us in this evening and will bring us and guide us to commencement on Sunday. So, an evening of first at Joseph Case High School. I just want to thank a few people who really helped put this together. Amy Hubbard, Neil Geronimo, Chris Costa, Adam Kitchen from Swansea Cable Access, our senior class advisors, Christine Luker and Rebecca Hall, Maureen Bushel, Sharon Belanger and Pauline Simmons in the main office, Karen Fisher, our head of guidance, and for the person who has dedicated months to this and reflective of so much hard work, dedication, and attention to detail is Miss Patricia Cronin. So let's just give a round of applause for all those people. At this point, we're all watching that weather very carefully here, and I think we're going to be just fine on Sunday. For outside graduation, please bring the immediate free world to Cardinal Stadium, okay? At this point, we will recess to John Philip Sousa's El Capitan March. At this point, seniors, please rise and recess. Good evening, everyone.